Good stuff. So it's been a really long time since I've done one of these, sit down in front of a camera and tell you all what's going on. So I think the last time that I did this was probably 2019, and it is now 2024. So it's been a long time. And I've been making a lot of things in the meantime. I've made a lot of stuff over the years, but it's been a while since I've done one of these, what almost feels like a video journal entry to the few people that maybe watch this channel. So since that last time, I've done so many things. I have lived through a pandemic, as we all did. In that time, I did a little bit of stuff project-wise. I was still living with my parents, so I made a short film with my brothers. And in the rest of that time, I wrapped up my time in film school, and I did lots of good work, lots of fun work, lots of excellent learning opportunities, and now I'm out here in the real world. So now I live in Durham, North Carolina, which is an adjacent city to Raleigh, North Carolina, which is the state's capital. I live in a very small little apartment with my girlfriend and my dog, who's scratching his neck right now. And I've sort of embarked upon the world with my filmmaking mission that I've had, for so many years now. Ever since I was a teenager, really. And I've had an interesting path as I've gone along. I worked for a little independent film production company for a little while, but ultimately just felt too chained down in that role, so I moved on to taking a jump into freelancing, which is what I'm doing now. I just started my production company, formerly Back Porch Films. Another thing that's been on my mind since my teen years. And I've also had some opportunities to spend a lot of time in the film industry of sorts, in productions, working as a production assistant. And it's been a lot of fun, and I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge over the years and am still continuing to gain knowledge. I'm no longer a student at school, but I am a student of life. And I realized a little while ago that somewhere along the way I stopped doing these YouTube videos, which were something that was bringing me a lot of joy, to be able to find just kind of some casual creativity and be able to kind of document the things that are going on and my journey through life as a filmmaker, which has its highs and has its lows and can be a very interesting path overall. So I've learned a lot of lessons in filmmaking over the years, and I feel like I am finally starting to reach a point where I've moved past those novice years of just doing it to figure it out, and I've moved into my amateur years, and I hope to one day move into my my professional years. But I'd love to just keep going with this as a way to kind of show what I'm up to, show what it's like to be a filmmaker in the world, and hopefully impart some wisdom, somewhere along the way. So I wanted to talk a little bit about creativity and balance. That's probably the biggest thing I've learned over the past year and a half, 2 years or so, as I've started to find that balance between working for money and working for enjoyment. I think sometimes as a creative person and as a filmmaker, what you really want to be able to do is tackle every project with the same amount of passion and inspiration as you would anything else. But one of the big things I've learned is that sometimes work is just work, and sometimes your creative skills will obviously come in handy in these jobs, but sometimes it's just about doing the job so that you can continue to support your dreams of what you actually want to be doing. I've also learned a great deal about community and the power of community, not just in filmmaking and having a strong film community. I think that's really important, but also just being an active part of your local community. Because if you're an active part of your local community, then you'll start to be recognized as the filmmaker in the community, and that might lead you to more jobs, it might lead you to investors, it might lead you to all kinds of different possible scenarios that could lead to new and exciting filmmaking experiences. So that's just kind of a taste of some of the things I wanted to talk about and I'm going to talk about in this ongoing series. In the past, I've always made a lot of big promises, like, I'll make these once a week. And I think now, having to kind of achieve a work-life balance with all of the things that I do, it's hard to make a commitment like that. So as of right now, I would just like to start small and give the promise that I will make one of these videos every month and hopefully impart some sort of filmmaking lesson that I've learned in that month as I, continue on in my own filmmaking journey. My hope is that as I go on month by month and year by year, that all of these insights will just continue to stack up, and I can sort of create a little space in my corner of the internet for people who would like to be filmmakers or are filmmakers and are just continuing to try and learn, and have a little spot where people can watch these videos and hopefully enjoy them and hopefully learn a thing or two from them. And hopefully we'll get to also spend some time with my favorite little pal here, Mr. Louie. Hopefully he can become a really active part of our filmmaking journeys too. I think that would be beneficial to all. Right, Louie? That'd be beneficial to all? Okay. So I hope you'll join me in this journey of casually documenting my path through the filmmaking world, and I hope that it sparks something in you and inspires you in some way to not give up, because being a filmmaker is really hard sometimes. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's like the best job in the world to be able to do this, but it can be really tough and really challenging sometimes. I think when I was younger, I used to have some way that I would sign off on these videos, but I don't really remember what that was, so I'll just leave it at this, and I'll say peace and love, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.